Uầy, sao mình ra tránh thế gì? Thôi, xem tiếp nào.
I am going to be talking about how much money I have made off of YouTube. Now, before I do that, I have to go ahead and get this out of the way. I know I'm a small YouTuber. I know most people don't care, and the amount I've made is actually really small in comparison to the other 500,000 people that upload videos to YouTube. But if you know anything about my channel, and if you're subscribed to my channel, there's a good chance you've seen my "How much does PewDiePie make" video, and the second "How much does PewDiePie make" video, and my "How much does Smosh" and KWire Speedy and yada yada yada. I generally make videos talking about how much other YouTubers make. And I wanted to mix it up. Instead of talking about a different YouTuber, I decided today I'd talk about myself. And in those videos, I actually, I really don't know how much those YouTubers make. The numbers I give in my videos, they're just estimates. But this video, obviously, because it's about me, I can give you a pretty legitimate number, and I don't have to guess or say I think it's this. I can give you a legit number, and I don't know, think it'd be fun, cool, mix it up. And so here we go. I'll just throw a picture up in the video. You're looking at it, it's on your screen. It took me 75,000 views to make my first $100 off of YouTube. And I'll be honest, sorry, I didn't get partnered till I had like around 30,000 views. So the first 30,000 views, I didn't even have ads on my videos. But pretty much, it took me 75,000 views on YouTube to make my first $100, and I haven't really made too much after that. I'm making around $30 a month. That's what I'm averaging right now. So if you are considering starting a YouTube channel, a channel my size is making around $30 a month, and it took me roughly 75,000 views to make my first $100. Which I know to a lot of people doesn't seem like a lot of money, but I'm a really small YouTuber, and if you compare me to a channel that has 1 million subscribers, the amount of views I'm getting per day compared to them is just like it's nothing. It's like 0.5%. So that's pretty much that. I just wanted to show you guys that and mix it up. Instead of talking about a different YouTuber today, I decided to talk about myself, and I don't know. I think this would be kind of like an encouragement to a lot of people, because I know you're gonna say $30. That's like $1 a month, not dollar a month, dollar a day. That's nothing, and it really is nothing. But my channel is insanely small. I don't even have like 1,000 subscribers yet. So anything I'm getting right now is just awesome. And by the way, I probably should say this. I don't really care that much about the money off of YouTube. Like, the sole purpose of me uploading videos isn't really for money. I do it because it actually is a lot of fun to see your guys' comments and feedback and things like that. And the money's kind of just a plus. I know I sound like I'm probably just a money whore right now, and that's all I care about in life. But I don't know. Money through YouTube, it's just fascinating to me, and that's why I've always talked about it. I like, just seeing how much people have made off of YouTube, because it's crazy how people just upload videos to the internet and make so much money off of it. Or at least to me it is. Maybe to you it might not seem like that, but I've always been fascinated by that. And ever since I heard about my favorite YouTuber, or my old favorite YouTuber, his name is, wow, stutter. His channel name is Woody's Gamertag, and he made a video talking about how he's quitting his job and doing YouTube full time. And at the time I saw that video, I thought he was crazy because he had a family and everything, and he's quitting his job just to upload videos to the internet. But then I started doing research, and I started seeing that he was making, like $100,000 a year or something crazy like that off of, making Call of Duty videos. And ever since then, I've just been, really fascinated about it and love to talk about it. So this video has been going on long enough. That's pretty much that. It took me 75,000 views to get my first $100, and I'm making about $30 a month. If you want to compare my channel, and hopefully you found this video interesting. If not, I apologize. Not really. I don't care. I don't really have an outro though, so I'll just end the video really awkwardly. What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about something that I think a lot of people overestimate. I'm going to be talking about what.
Ôi, no quá. Ngon thì muốn đi ngủ. Tôi luôn có một cái bụng đói để ăn được hết tất cả món ngon trong cuộc đời. Nào hoa, nào bánh, nào trái, tất cả muốn ăn tôi phải ăn. Và tôi không thể nào sống mà không có đồ ăn. Vì tôi luôn có một cái bụng đói để anh cho hết tất cả những thứ trên cuộc đời. Và anh xin tôi chỉ phải đi ngủ như con heo. Wow, 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 wow.
Mất chết rồi. Thì uống thức mật có 3 con thôi. Hôm nay có sóc vàng.
Có một cái bụng đói anh được hết tất cả món ngon trên cuộc đời. Là bánh, là trái, là hoa, là tươi, tất cả món ngon tôi phải ăn.
What it takes to make a living off of YouTube. Now, before I say this, if you want to make a living off of YouTube, one of the biggest things you need to do is post original content. If, especially in the gaming community, you're not original, your videos are just going to get filtered out with all the other spam people upload. I mean, so many people do the exact same thing, and so just make sure you're original. If you ever want to get to the point that I'm talking about in this video, where you can actually make a living off of YouTube, you got to post original, good quality content. And if you are doing that, then you will get somewhere. If you're doing like a lot of people do and just doing the same old stuff over and over again, montages, things like that, that everyone else does, that there's nothing unique to. And I'll be honest, I do have my fair share of, you know, going with the flow videos, doing what everyone else is doing, not really being different videos. But if you post original content, you can get somewhere off of YouTube. But especially in the gaming community, you have to be really creative because just about everything's been done. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about what it takes to make a living off of YouTube. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen how I've calculated numbers, this and that. 30 million views per year is what I think it takes to make a living off of YouTube. 30 million views will get you around $60,000 because you get around $2,000 per million views. Anybody knows this. If you get 1 million views, you show 1 million ads on YouTube, you're going to get between $1,000 to $2,500. So I'll average it out until you get around $2,000. And so if you get 30 million views in a year, that's $60,000. But then your network, no matter who you are, your network's going to take percentage of that. And so we'll say after that, you'll come out to around $50,000, $45,000, $50,000, which to me is enough to make a living off of. A lot of you are probably thinking, how are you going to pay for a car and a house and all this other stuff with $45,000, $50,000? But yeah, to make a living off of YouTube, in my opinion, to you, this might be too low of standards. To some of you might be like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. You need around 30 million views per year. And you can divide that up. That's a couple million views a month. And to a lot of big YouTubers, that's nothing. They average millions upon millions of views per video, and they upload almost a video a day. So, I mean, they're reaching that $50,000 mark in a month. And a lot of people would just like to reach that $50,000 mark in a year. And so that's pretty much that. I think it's overrated, though. I think a lot of people are trying to become YouTubers. A lot of young people are spending a lot of their time making YouTube videos, and 90% of those videos aren't even getting viewed by someone else besides them and their friends. And part of it is, like I mentioned earlier, they're not being original. They're doing what everyone else is doing. And if you're doing a gaming channel and you're copying everyone else, you're not going to get anywhere. It's just there's so many videos and there's not enough viewers to actually watch them all. So you have to be original. That way, when someone does watch it, they're going to tell their friend, and you know how it works. So I know. And I said this earlier, I'm not that original in my videos either. I'm trying to, and I want to branch out and do some other things. And I just try to be creative and talk about stuff that's thought-provoking that I would actually like to listen to. And if I would watch my own videos, then I'm sure there are other people in the world that would too. But yeah, around 30 million views will get you around $60,000, and then your network takes percentage and yada, yada, yada. And that's what I think it takes to make a living. So if you want to make a living off of YouTube and you think you can pull out 30 million views per year, then you got what it takes. And that's pretty much that. Just so you can see, if you like see a small YouTuber or a medium-sized YouTuber and you're wondering if they make a living, just check and see. If they're getting more than 30 million views per year, then more than likely they're doing YouTube as a job. And that's pretty much that. YouTube, a lot of people are doing nowadays. Like so many gaming channels start up every day, and I know. I mean, everyone who starts a channel wants to get famous and wants to get big and get to that point where they're making a lot of YouTube money and just have a bunch of fans, even if they're not doing it for the money, just to have a bunch of fans. And one of the biggest things, I know I'm throwing this in. I know this video is supposed to be talking about what it takes to make a living off of YouTube. The biggest thing is to be original and be creative. And that's pretty much that. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.
Anh xứng đáng là thần tượng của mình.
Không biết có cái mẹ gì luôn.
Bye bye, xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.
4 năm rồi.
Nếu mà mình còn sống, khi còn sống thì mình tiếp tục làm, không mình ngủ.
Nào hủy cách mạng rồi tố cáo
Bất
đi.
cứ ngày nào